This is Radio Scotland. Now get on your bike with easy rider Iain Grimston as he heads for the forests and mountains of Western Canada. Roaring up the highway, Iain encounters not only Canadian veteran Monashee Bill, but also one or two bears.
Fill in your name and address and phone number, driver's license, country, registration, name, print, sign, date. You'd probably be responsible for any accidents, crashes, or anything like that you have. If you park your bike somewhere and somebody knocks it or makes a scratch, it's hard for us to determine whose fault it was. Rarely ever happens though, so as long as you're careful.
Treat it like it's more important than my own.
Yeah, well, treat it like your own.
Treat it like my own, eh? Well, I've never owned a bike this big and this new and this easy to drop. The BMW R1100 GS is the bike world's answer to one of those posy 4x4 off-road doodahs. And no way would I treat it like my own, the most battered commuter bike at Edinburgh. Oh, the responsibility. Would I lose it somewhere in the backwoods along with myself? Would I prang it and die? Or merely take a wrong turning, run out of gas and starve to death? Or meet my end through exposure? But this is real freedom, and the possibility of disaster is part of the exhilaration. I left Vancouver with this torquey on-off-road twin with its telelever forks and its ABS brakes to ride through spectacular British Columbia and over the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, finishing in Calgary. 6 days on the road, crisscrossing this beautiful wild and rugged territory would be an experience of no one place in particular other than the Canadian highway.
Let's see if this beast starts. Choke. Right, choke on. Oops. No. I can't work out why my bike's not starting, though.
God, I don't know with these modern motorbikes, the stuff they get on them is amazing.
It is.
Is it going? Is it dead?
Yeah. It does seem. There's a light on at the front. Yeah. Right. So it's not electrics. It's just me being stupid, probably.
I'm going to have breakfast. They're not open till 8 o'clock, so if you want to go down, we'll have got a breakfast for you because you're wanted for. I'm a pioneer. I'm born in Kamloops, 1920. So.
All right.
You might want to have a chat to me. I'll follow you. If you see there's a restaurant, just pull in.
Right.
You might as well have some breakfast, okay?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, why not? Put the choke on, and that's the start button, but it's not starting. Maybe is that the right key position?
Ah.
I'm in trouble now.
I know nothing about motorbikes. I had Harley Davidson when I was 17.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
It's on the side stand. I've got to put it on the centre stand to start it. Right, here we go. I'm going to take a picture of this carved grizzly bear that's here at the Manning Lodge. The tour I'm on is called the Grizzly Tour. And this is a life-size carving of a grizzly bear eating a fish. And it's huge. And to be honest, I hope I don't meet one. It gave me a bit of a fright last night, just to think that, yeah, this is what's sort of running around up here. Well, I hope the carved one's the only one I see this close. Just get it in focus. Lovely. One for the album. If a grizzly bear's gonna come up to me on the bike, is it?
He will hear you coming, and he will go the other way.
The
Guaranteed.
only way that
Guaranteed.
a bear will attack you is if you're in between its young and the mother. Like if you're stopped and the young, like baby bear's over there, like on the right, and the mother's on the left, and you're like, woo, little bear. She's gonna attack. But
We've been living on the mountain for 6 years, and I have yet to hear of anyone being attacked by a bear on Silver Star Mountain.
Yeah, not on Silver Star Mountain. But there was a cougar that killed a woman last year.
A what?
A cougar. Yeah, in the cusp. And the mother and the 2 children were in, like, I don't know, in the park or provincial park, just wandering, hiking, and the cougar attacked her and killed her.
Attacked the kid, and she went to save the kid.
The kid, yeah, and then she made sure the children were all right first, and then she died, I guess.
So watch out for cougars, okay?
So cougars are more...
Almost more, like, dangerous than a bear, I would say.
Okay, let's see if I've got this. Grizzlies should run away from me. And they're all right as long as you don't try to stroke their young because the mothers will eat you. And cougars are just dangerous. Right, I've got that. So there's nothing really to worry about.
is there?
You get involved with a Kodiak, you either know how to run fast or ride really good.
A Kodiak?
Yeah.
What's a Kodiak?
A Kodiak's it's a type of bear, except it's bigger than a brown bear and meaner than a grizzly bear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
But don't worry, they mainly stick in the mountains.
Right.
Yeah, which is where you're going.
You get involved with a Kodiak, you either know how to run fast or ride really good.
Jacking up in the highway, 2 wheels up in the air. Too late to hit my brakes, I'm already there. So now I'm just another restless hang that lost his way.
Have a look in here. It's a sort of log cabin. Good morning. I saw this place that looked kind of interesting, so I thought I'd pop in and just ask you about it, if that's all right.
Oh, I guess.
In Canada, do you say Indian? I know that I've heard people talking about, like, maybe political correctness and Native Americans, and what's the right thing to say?
Probably Native American.
Right.
We're part of the Okanagan Nation.
So these are all crafts that
Yeah.
you sell here?
Yes.
Have you got a pipe of peace?
Well, we have pipes, but we don't agree to sell them, so they're not real. Like, they don't work. Because we don't believe in selling our pipes. Because that's our culture and our tradition, and we don't want to sell a piece of our culture to people.
Do you smoke a pipe?
Mm-hmm.
And how young do you start smoking a pipe if you're a Native American?
Well, my son, he started ever since he was like 2.
2?
Yeah. It's not like real tobacco and stuff. It's like roots and stuff.
That's because what we've got here, we've got masks, black and red, and what? Those are horns, but they're not for sale, are they?
Yeah, they're for sale.
And I've just stopped now, but I've carried both my children around in a papoose, but it's not like, it looks more like a rucksack with holes in it.
Oh,
But is that a word that you use? No.
She used to work in a diner. Never saw a woman look finer. I used to order just to watch her float across the floor. She grew up in a small town. Never put her roots down. Daddy always kept moving, so she did too.
Okay, you're at the Mongolian Barbecue, home of Canada's best stir fry, place where you are served your appetizer first, which is a marinated cucumber, very similar to pickles. Then our soup, you have either our Mongolian soup, similar to a hot and sour, or tonight our vegetable soup is celery. You're also served our fresh Mongolian bread. After that, you make your own stir fry the way you like it. All the vegetables and meat are laid out fresh for you. You put your own sauce and flavoring, and then Dale, our wonderful stir-fry king, will cook it for you with either rice or noodles.
Right, and how do I know what it's going to taste like?
Well, I'm going to get a little bit more background information and make sure I know if you like it spicy or
Yeah,
you want
I
something
do.
a little bit more sweet. Or
Yeah, spicy. I like spicy. What should I put on it for spicy?
how about a little bit of our Cajun or some pepper, maybe a little bit of chili oil to finish it off, give it that extra kick?
And is there anything to watch out for? Do I just throw it all on?
Well, we always ask that you use 2 of the base, which is primarily a water, just to steam everything up, and then 3 scoops from our 12 sauces. And you have to decide what you'd like to try, and of course that's what I'm here for, to help you.
Right, great. And do I come up as often as I like?
You bet. It's all you can eat. It's $15.95, and we encourage you to have at least 2 or 3 plates so that you can enjoy several different combinations.
Wow. Right. And what about my breakfast, though?
The tuck-in is top-notch as far as bed and breakfast in Vernon. You'll be treated like a god, I'm sure.
And do you think it'll be better than an English or Scottish breakfast?
Well, I've been to a lot of bed and breakfast in England, and I'd say, yeah, they're going to kick your ass. That's what I'd say.
She rides a Harley Davidson, her long blonde hair flying in the wind. She's been running half her life, the chrome and steel she rides, colliding with the very air she breathes.
Good morning.
Do you like coffee or tea?
I like coffee.
Coffee, great. Haha. That's hot. They get water.
That's lovely. Wow.
Orange juice?
Yes, I'd love some orange juice. Everyone says this is going to be a good breakfast.
It's going to be an event.
Okay, I'm going to bring you some fruit, okay?
Right.
And then we're going to serve you with good old English fry.
Right. Oh, good.
American pancakes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, that's great. Look forward to that.
Are you supposed to put syrup on the pancakes?
Yeah.
Even with your sausage? Even with eating...
with the sausage, yeah.
No,
but
but-
it's a bit different,
Right.
which sounds a strange combination.
But it's good. I'll try it.
Quite nice.
Actually, it was pretty disgusting. But the sausage and eggs set me up well because from here on in, the country was to get really wild. Soon I'd left behind Vernon and its cluster of farming hamlets and was headed for the Monashee, pine-clad mountains and raging rivers. Oh, and I was nearly killed on the deserted mountain road. I came round a bend and scattered a herd of deer. Bears run back where they've come from, but deer, well, they just sort of prance about in every direction. I was still worried, though. Headed over the mountains for needles in the ferry to Fokir across the Arrow Lake, I kept looking for distance signs as my petrol gauge took a dive. By the time I met Mountain Man, all lumberjack shirt, dungarees, battered 4x4 complete with dopey hound dog, I was relieved to be told it was all downhill to the petrol station a couple of kilometres away. He was a tough old Walton's kind of a guy, keen to sell a bit of timeshare.
I'm Monashee Bill. We're up at Angel Falls in the Monashee Mountains. Okay, we've got 2 cabins here for rent now. We will have more later on, so anybody's interested can come up and see this place.
And what's that river called?
This is the In and Oakland River, and we make our own power here from the river.
Right.
We're self-contained here, and it's a real nice place for tourists to come through.
And you're very proud. You've got the Canadian flag,
yes,
the maple. What's it?
We're proud of Canada.
Yeah.
And we've also got the British flag too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's kind of had a little rest. Oh yes, I was born under the British flag and I still respect it, and we hang it here all the time. So, anyways, Ian, I think you should stop in and have a coffee with me.
Okay, I will.
Thanks,
That'd be
Ian.
very... No, thank you. I could do with a coffee, actually. Hang on, I'll put the bike... I'll put it somewhere more...
Right beside in the yard there.
Thank you. So you were going to show me where I am.
You're right about here right now in Fokir. And you just
Fokir?
you just came across the Monashee. And you stopped here at the store. And you're just on your way up the lake. And you got to watch out here through a couple of the areas through here. The road's washing away. We're getting a new highway this summer.
It's washing away?
Yeah, it's washed away from the slides and stuff, and the road's given away. So they've redone it and just sanded certain areas of the road.
Is there any warnings? You just come
Yeah,
up?
there's lots of warnings and stuff. You'll see that. So you just make sure you slow up through there on your bike.
Right.
And you gradually make your way up to Nakus. It's about a 35-minute drive.
And there's... Right. That's not the... No, because that's not the ferry I take again.
No, this is like a ferry that most loggers use, which just cuts across the lake onto the mountains across the other side of the lake.
Right.
And so that's just a little like a 5-minute ferry, a little shorter than the one you were on.
Right.
It's also free. And then you come up the lake to Nakus, and it's a neat little town there. And when you get to Nakus, you just drive straight through along the Arrow Lakes. You stay along the lake all the way up to Galena Bay Ferry, which is where you go across to Revelstoke.
And how long should that take me to get up the lake?
I figure about an hour and 15 minutes.
Right.
And then you catch the Galena Bay Ferry, and that's about a 30-minute trip across.
Oh, it's as
also
long
free.
as that?
Yeah.
And it's free too?
Yeah.
This is a great idea, these free ferries.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah. Is it cheaper than building a bridge?
Yeah. It is. They've debated on putting a bridge in for the work, but it's only the people that will get the job. It's only temporary work. This way, there's always people employed, so they stick with the ferry. And if you have time, stop at Nakus Hot Springs.
Right. What should I do there?
Just go bathing in the springs. It's really nice.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Do you think there'd be anywhere I could get a towel? I've got my trunks.
Yeah, they have all that there.
Nakus Hot Springs. Let's see what this is like. In the middle of the mountains. Yes, we're in the Selkirk Mountains. And, ooh, that's nice. Oh, God, it sort of feels fizzy. Oh, that's great. I'm sitting in a big pine wooden observation tower at the top of Green Mountain in Wellsgrey Provincial Park in northern British Columbia, and it's astounding. There is acre after acre of pine forest stretching before me. Then there's Pyramid Mountain sticking out as a pyramid from the desert. And in the background are the snow-covered big mountains. And the panorama sweeps right round. This observation tower is basically circular, and throughout each section of it, there is almost a frame for a view. And there's an information board. And we've got Mahood Lake, Flour Mill Country. Another one with Pyramid Mountain in it is Clearwater Lake. Can't see the lake. Bound to be there somewhere. Myrtle Plateau, Battle Mountain, Trophy Mountain, Green Mountain. Well, we're on top of Green Mountain, looking down through the silver birch to where the pine starts. And Mahood Lake, far off to my left, is just looking quiet. And there's not a soul up here. I'm just chilling out. And the air is fresh and clean. I saw a brown bear on my way up here. I wonder if I'll see any more wildlife. This is just it. Someone else is coming. Off and leave me alone.
Are you from Scotland?
Yes, I am, yes.
I thought I recognised the accent. Isn't it beautiful round here?
Oh, it's lovely.
Have you seen any bears?
I've seen 2.
We've seen 4.
Well, with any luck, the 5th one will eat you. On the whole, I think I prefer my wildlife pocket-sized.
It's 10 o'clock at night in the Wellsgrey Provincial Park. And I'm on the lookout for some very special wildlife, which you can probably hear. This is not bears or elk or moose or grizzly, but frogs. They almost stopped there, didn't they? They heard me coming. It's pitch black, but I can only just see the pond. It's raining gently. I'm walking right up to the pond, but all the frogs have run away. But I'm going to hopefully not fall in. And I'm going to be very quiet and see if they come back. Oh, great, the bike won't start. Choke on. Oh, dear. What kind of bikes are those?
Honda 750 Shadows.
Right, how'd you find them up here?
Oh, they've been really good, yeah.
And it's not as cold as I thought it might be up here.
Wait till you get a little further up the road.
We didn't get any snow, though.
No snow.
No.
There was last week when we were coming up here, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, this is my 5th time through here. My brother's first time
This is my
now.
first time through here. It's impressive, I tell you. It's unbelievable. The scenery is just, it's got to be some of the best in the world. I mean, no better way to see it than one on a diesel. On a bike.
I reckon, yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah, you put up with the cold and the...
Oh, yeah. That's why the gear.
Yeah.
We've been traveling for a week now, and today's the only day we haven't had any rain. It's been raining, and we run into a little bit of, we call it snow, I guess. That's sleet kind of stuff up in Rogers Pass. And she was some cold up there. But today's the first day we've been dry. We had to stop yesterday. We got three hours out of Kimberley there, and we had to stop and get a room. We were just drenched. The boots we were just soaked. And we thought we were geared up for it, but, it just comes down too much. We couldn't take it.
Yeah.
On the top of that mountain, to the top of that ice.
And it gets a lot higher when you get over to the actual ice fields.
So that's what the ice fields are. They're just like a deep...
Just solid ice.
Ice, yeah.
Just solid ice.
Sitting on top. It's like Salisbury Crags.
Yeah.
If you get the right day on it, it looks blue. It's a real, like a lighter blue, eh? It's real beautiful.
This end of Canada's the place to be.
BC is the only place to be in Canada. It just seems like you can get away with a lot more. I mean, we have our laws like anywhere else, but they don't seem to be as strict here as anywhere else.
The 180 miles is littered with incredible one-off mountains, each with its own elevation and descent. They're like individual shark's teeth. Some are Matterhorns or razor ridges, castle battlements, Arizona-style cowboy backdrops, abandoned icebergs, great black and white striped skyscrapers at 12,000 feet apiece, and often soaring 7,000 feet straight up from the curb and the frozen lakes. It's a great country for biking. Long stretches of deserted highway, then all of a sudden they appear beside you. Hondas, Harleys, BMWs. But there's no competition, no one-upmanship, rather a real camaraderie between riders.
So you're touring around Canada as well?
Yes, I am.
Right, and was that a big Aspencade, is it?
Yes, it's a Honda 1500cc bike. This is my 5th trip across the continent on a motorcycle.
Where are you from?
New York City.
And this is your hobby, is it?
No, it's my job.
It's your job?
Now that I'm retired, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's a way of keeping ahead of the vultures. You know, they're circling and I've got to keep on moving. So this is my way of keeping on moving. It was just an adventure that I figured I ought to try. Of course, everybody, my kids think I'm crazy. My cardiologist has confirmed that I'm crazy, but I keep on going.
And why do you prefer the bike to, for instance, a big, like there's a Cherokee Laredo beside us, a big 4x4?
Well, you know, this business of being in something where you're completely shielded from the elements, you're not part of it. This is you know, it's just a different feel altogether.
It is you. Yeah, I think so.
It's a dream. It's you look at this. I mean, the last few hours on the road, it's just unbelievably beautiful. I look out my window in New York City and I can see the Statue of Liberty and the Verrazano Bridge. Not the same. It's not the same. These mountains are just so glorious.
Catch it on the flip side.
All right, well, all packed up. So I'm just going to go into Jasper. Oh dear. Oh dear. Full choke.
In 6 days, I'd only just learnt how to start the machine and which way to look when approaching a junction, and I developed a nose for a decent nosh. But for all that, there is a lifetime to be had roaming in Western Canada, and always the chance of a new herd of deer or some other surprise round that bend.
Today's Foreign Escape was compiled and presented by Iain Grimston, and tomorrow at the same time you can join Carol Whiteman as she rides into the Slovenian sunset in the final programme of the series.